Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahushai, Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahushai, Brakat Yahweh, and Brakat Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahashim, Chakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim to Sadakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Alright, I'm the priest Shimon. This week's topic is going to be entitled, the war against our people, and they don't even consider it. Alright, a war on our people, and they don't even consider it. Right, so yesterday, basically my woman, she got a gift card from Target. She got a gift card from Target, and basically the Target we went to was in the hood. For lack of a better term, it was in the hood, right? But typically we don't go to that one. We go to the one that's in a more nicer neighborhood, right? And when I went to the Target, I said, look, baby, we got to get some toothpaste, we got to get some this, we got to get some that, right? But the reason I want to highlight the toothpaste and what triggered this topic in my mind was I specifically wanted fluoride-free toothpaste, all right? If you brothers don't know already, the fluoride calcifies your pineal gland, which is what they call your third eye, which deals with your melatonin, your spirituality, all that. It tends to try to block that off. And we're searching all throughout this Target, and everything is saying with fluoride. And I told my woman, I'm like, man, they making it sound like with fluoride is like a benefit to you, But this man, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. He's telling you, look, this fluoride is for you, when really it's to calcify your pineal gland. I don't even think there's any real proof that fluoride helps your teeth. So we try and look up and down for these fluoride, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know this brand carries it. I buy all the time at the CVS where I'm at. And so I go and I say, let me check real quick on the internet. And sure enough, they do have it on CVS, right? And none of the products, the soap products, all this type of shit was, it was just so, it was very similar to how they do with the foods in the hood, right? Like the options they give you. I think brothers are bringing that at camp, like for example, like Dollar Tree. The reason Dollar Tree is so cheap is because when you go into it, it's using far more destructive chemicals and all this type of shit. And of course, they market it towards us, right? Why don't they put Dollar Trees in a more affluent neighborhood, right? Is it just because they have the money for the more expensive stuff, or is it something more nefarious? Well, this is the point I want to make. We go to the other Target, right? Now, check this out. The Target that we went to after we saw that, look, none of these products are really good for us, or the best of the worst is the best way to describe it, right? Because all this shit right here destroys you in America. But all of a sudden, we see in fluoride-free toothpaste, we see in soaps that tell you it's this free, that free of this, free of that. Everything has changed. And now, mind you, the Target, it's in the between. It's between middle and upper middle class to somewhat wealthy, right? All these different options came in, and two things. One, there's a direct attack on our people in the fact of that first Target was pretty much predominantly Jake, all right? But two, Hosea 4:6, our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because our people don't even consider. Like, a lot of Jakes, you tell them, I want fluoride-free toothpaste. They're like, what's that? You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? They don't even consider. So one, they're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. They don't know what's entering their body. They don't even think about, because whatever enters your skin topically goes into your bloodstream. So-called white man knows this is a known science, That's how come me personally, I stopped using like a lot of them lotions with a whole bunch of shit in it. I just tend to use my oils. I like one ingredient, that's it, and I've been that way for years. But our people don't even consider that. And then when you wake up to it, you start going in your neighborhood and you find out, holy shit, I'm talking about them Jakes that live, if you live in the hood, you're like, what the hell, I can't find what I'm looking for, I'll give you another example, right? Kombucha, right? It's a fermented beverage to help you digest your food properly. Now, most CVS, in in Westchester County will have it. You go to the hood, you could barely find it. And if you find it, it's the one made by Pepsi. So you gotta like consider like this is not coincidental. They're deliberately putting certain products based on where you live, all right, that could jeopardize your health. And our people are so completely ignorant that they don't even tend to protest or say, where's this particular option? Because you know what ESO will do? If ESO can't find that product, one, they won't buy it from there, or two, they'll speak to somebody to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't just stop at the food deserts. This is why I'm saying there's a warfare on our people, and our people don't even know it. Why? Because this devil, the so-called white man, the deceiver and accuser of his brethren, is so extremely subtle. All right? It doesn't stop at the food. It stops at the products you put on your skin, the products you put in your mouth. All right? Like, clean. Planned Parenthood. All right? And the list goes on. The options, literally the same company, the same CVS, or the same Target, or what have you, will literally stop putting certain products based on the demographic, man. And these companies, these people are highly intelligent. They're in the business of making money, So surely, if there was a demand for it, they'll bring it. So they know, like, damn, you know what? To hell with these people. They don't care to know. We don't want them to know. So let's just keep destroying them. And that's what I told my woman. I'm like, man, there's a nefarious war against our people, and Jake don't even consider it. And that's how come when we went in the Target in the Target in the hood area, right? Versus the Target in the upper middle class area, even the people were different, man. The people were far more cleanly, putting back shit correctly. Everything it was just a complete, like, you couldn't even believe it was the same store. Everything was more in order. It's just like, and then you gotta say, man, like, what triggers these people to act like this? Well, one, it's rooted in the curses of the Lord. The Lord smite a lot of our people with madness. Our people are very unruly. Buffoons, sottish. The Lord goes, so many scriptures goes in on it. All right, but you would think that's embarrassing to Jake, but come to find out, Jake embraces it, man. Jake's embrace being niggery hood type stereotypes. They embrace that shit. They don't see it as, and you know what's even crazy about it is the more Jake's come around some people of intellect or whatever, that's when they embrace that more niggery shit, and they'll shit on other Jakes for trying to even get into books and learning words and learning how to carry themselves. They're sort of, damn, this nigga's a geek, this nigga's a nerd. You know what I'm saying? They had this video. There's one Jake, he went to the most racist place in America, and man, after watching that video, I'm like, yo, these crackers are in the right spirit, man. They were saying shit that was on point, man. Like, look, they're like, and the way they were carrying themselves, the Jakes look bad, because what he thought was, this was in his mind, I'm gonna go around them and act like a stupid, simple-minded nigga, what they think a stupid, simple-minded nigga is. But them Edomites, he probably thought they was gonna be on some hillbilly shit. Man, they were highly intellectual and made the guy look even more dumb. He's getting in front of them, yo, what you think of drill rap? And he's playing drill music, like, just being a fucking complete clown. And I'm like, yo, dude, all you're doing is embarrassing to people, because you're a self-fulfilling prophecy. Doing all those types of stupid-ass dances and looking at them, and then when he asks them Edomites certain quote-unquote racist questions, you found out, like, damn, like, the shit that them Edomites were saying was rooted in logic. Because I think he started showing them these badass Israelite women, and he was like, yo, you wouldn't sleep with this one? I was like, no. And he was like, why? He was like, it's about keeping the bloodline pure. He was like, when you so-called mix, the babies come out smaller or whatever, or too large. And I remember the elder had broke that down. A lot of times when we breed with these heathen women, the baby is so damn big they have a hard time bearing it, So Not only that, though, the other Edomites was going into the fact like, look, man, I wouldn't want you in my neighborhood. They was just very upfront and honest with him, you know, and chose their words wisely, and all he had to do in return was just act like a complete buffoon, try to be funny, and this shit didn't come across funny. It just came across as degrading. Like, damn, bro, like, you really, you know. So our people embrace the madness. Rather, 2/3 of our people, you know, which again is the majority. A majority of our people are gonna love to fulfill the stereotype, love to be ratchet, hood niggas, grimy, and no sense of being brotherly, you know, no sense of inquiring what they can do to, like, you know, look for better situations, you know. Nah, they're gonna still wake up, bacon, egg, and cheese, sleep till fucking 2 p.m., curse out their parents, steal, rob, just, and, you know, and look, man, they bound to the curses, you know. There's really nothing we could do to revert that, and that's really, I don't want to say, like, well, you know, it is a sad reality, you know, it is, you know. That's how come the prophets speak about, you know, the grief of knowledge. With much knowledge come much sorrows, you know, because now when you come in the truth, you realize, like, damn, there's really nothing there's nothing you could do. These niggas are gonna be this way until the missiles drop, you know. You just gotta be patient and wait till the missiles drop to cleanse them. Because in the kingdom of heaven, that's when our people are going to revert back to being a righteous people as a whole. But right now, the forerunners of that is the hopeful elect. All right, the hopeful elect is the closest of the ideal Israelite in the kingdom of heaven. You know, till then, the majority of our people are going to continue in this madness. And you know what? The Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, at the end of the day, is just fulfilling prophecy when he says, you know, he calls the wicked his sword to the prophet David. You know, delivered from the wicked, which is thy sword. He goes on to say in the book of Isaiah, the Assyrians, you know, he's going to use the Assyrians for the rod of his anger. You know, the modern day version of that in the Assyrians is the so-called white man. The Most High is using the so-called white man in so many different ways to jack our people up, destroy our people, all right? And at the end of the day, it's only right. You know, it's only right because, look, the Most High gave us an option. The Most High gave us an option. When you read Deuteronomy 28th chapter, we were given an option. You know, you serve the law, you keep the law, statutes, and commandment perfectly, you know, you should receive blessings. And if you don't, all these curses are going to befall you, you know. And the Lord put the spirit on us to choose the latter. And, you know, this is what we're living through right now. You know, this is how come our enemies are on top of us. We've been smitten with badness, you know. Your number one enemy looks like you. You see what I'm saying? This how come the only thing we can really do again is just pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to, you know, deliver us and bless this earth with the missiles. You know, the ultimate cleansing agent. You know, there's no coming back from this. There's no building up a black nation and Black Wall Street 2.0. None of that shit's gonna happen. You know why? Because it's not prophesied to happen. There's no self-deliverance gonna happen. You know. Our people are going to, again, and I'm saying the majority of our people are going to continue to be blinded, all right? Continue to be rebellious, and continue to be destroyed by the so-called white man due to their ignorance, you know? We can only pray for the elect, but the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai wakes up his hopeful elect, that we are part of that, and when we get some common sense to us, all right? I'll be thankful for that and pray the Lord don't take it, because the Most High could take your wits, you know, take his spirit from you. Next thing you know, you're back in the world not knowing left from right. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua can do all these things. That's how come we have to remain in absolute fear. You know? Hey, the war wages on, man. The war wages on our people. And the only thing we can do at this point, brothers, is give the truth. Spread the truth. Spread the word. Spread the gospel. You know? Because at the end of the day, we were drinking fluoride water. We were using fluoride toothpaste. We were eating sort of madness, pork, shrimp. We was doing all of that shit. Completely destroyed. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushua had mercy on us. That's how powerful this truth is, you know? So that's the only thing we can do, push the truth out there, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all right, convert the 1/3 that they may be healed. 2/3 is nothing we could do, see? All right, so, hey, well, the 1/3 is going to wake up, and 2/3, they're not going to wake up to the nefarious wars that's upon them. With that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Chakodash, The belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there. You Akim to Sadakim that do this thing in the most truth and sincerity. Shalom.